Thank you. It is my pleasure to be here today with Mayor Muriel Bowser, our families and friends, fellow graduates, and current participants in the DCIA program, and those who may be interested in investing in a career in energy here in our nation's capital. Today, the mayor joins us to announce investments the city and partners like PEPCO are making in training and career support programs for local residents. I'm a proud graduate of the DCIA program, and I currently work as a helper in the substation construction and maintenance group at PEPCO, where I'm also trained to be a junior B substation mechanic. I'm a lifelong resident of the district, currently living in Northwest DC in Ward 6. I have a true desire to learn, a deep hunger to broaden my horizons, and DCIA's PEPCO utility training program interested me and seemed like a great opportunity. I knew that with hard work and determination that I would work to change my life for the better. DCIA has provided me with the stepping stones I needed to work around the energy grid and given me solid knowledge that I intend to build upon as I develop throughout my career. I want to thank everyone who has given me the opportunity to show myself, to learn something new, and continue to believe in me and have faith in me, as well as acknowledge and thank those women who have led the way for myself and others. DCIA creates a pipeline of local diverse talent who can fill critical infrastructure roles across the district. I graduated in the 2021 cohort, and I'd like to remind other women out there not to be held back by stereotypes. Women Thank you. Women can use the DCIA program to get into infrastructure and build a future in industries that have been traditionally led by men. I'm excited to be an example and encourage more female participants to join the program. I am here to let my community members and neighbors know that there are outstanding opportunities out there for women in this field. Now, I would like to introduce the Mayor, Muriel Bowser.
Give Monet a big round of applause. Wow, it's great to see so many people here at the DC Infrastructure Academy. It wasn't long ago that we didn't have a DC Infrastructure Academy. Am I right, Antoine? Am I right, Unique? We had this idea. We had the opportunity because of our tough negotiations on a merger that came to DC that has been all positive for us. And we developed a program here where we would train DC residents for good paying jobs. I had the occasion, even before I was mayor, to think about the types of jobs that we were creating in DC, where literally billions of dollars were being contemplated. And now, thanks to President Biden and the Infrastructure and Jobs Act, there's actually money to invest in that infrastructure. Even more than 10 years ago, DC Water was talking about building $4 billion worth of tunnels, and they're doing it. PEPCO, we know, has an undergrounding project. Metro has a several billion-dollar program over the next 20 years. Washington Gas focused on their infrastructure in DC. And of course, DC is focused on how more people across all 8 wards can have access to solar power. And in all of those opportunities, we can train our residents, and they not only are preparing for good paying jobs of today, but when I was reading Monet's bio on my way here, she said she wants a career at PEPCO. And I got to tell you, I know some people who have done very well for themselves with careers at PEPCO. And so that is an incredible aspiration. And we all, I want to say the DC government team, where are you? Raise your hands. DC government team, you should be proud. Give yourselves a round of applause. So Director Morris Hughes, Arlen Harrell, all of the DC Infrastructure Academy staff, I want to say thank you. The truth is, we opened in 2018. More than 1,900 DC residents have completed training with a 90% graduation rate. And since 2019, I'm told that PEPCO's training program has had a 100% employment rate. So it is always our strategy to figure out, because one thing I know Director Morris Hughes and I have heard a lot, is that residents want to know that when they commit to training and doing all that we ask them to do, that there is a job at the other end of that training. So when we find something that works well, you know how we do, right? We want to give the staff more to do. We want more DC residents to tell Monet's story. So over the past year, we've invested over $12 million from the American Rescue Plan to add an additional 200 training opportunities at the Infrastructure Academy and create 300 more apprenticeships. And then I like to give myself something else to do too. We love this building, but it's not big enough. It doesn't let us do everything that we want to do, so we're going to get a new home for the Infrastructure Academy. So based on the success that we've had here, we're now expanding our employer-driven earn and learn, you know what I mean? That means get paid while getting trained, to other programs throughout our city, including programs supported and developed by our Workforce Investment Council. So I want to thank you, Antoine. I want to thank you, Anna Smith, for your work with the Workforce Investment Council and all of our council members. Please give them a big round of applause. So I'm going to talk quickly about two new opportunities. Our outstanding director is going to tell you more about the Infrastructure Academy as well. But first, we want employers to know about the Employer Training Partnership Grant Program. Last week, we awarded $1.6 million to employers who are going to offer on-the-job training to DC residents. We still have funding available. So what we want is for employers to look at what PEPCO has done here, and that is paying residents to become stellar employees and then hiring them. And think about whether you can replicate that model at your own business. So if you're interested, if you're game, you accept the challenge. Everybody needs employees. That's what I know right now. Everybody's looking for employees. So we're going to help train them. And you're going to have the benefit of great DC residents who work for you. So please go to dcworks.dc.gov, dcworks.dc.gov, and the grant application deadline is April 15th. Also this week, DOES will be opening applications for $10 million in job readiness training programs. This funding is specifically for providers who want to work with us on programs like Project Empowerment and Career Connections to train residents that for one reason or another face significant barriers to employment. Are you with me on that, employers? I know I get to go across all 8 wards and encounter DC residents who are bright and talented and want to work hard and need a fair shot. And that's what we're here to do. Now, I'm going to, with DC government taxpayers, put up a portion. And I'm asking you to use your expertise, to use the opportunities that you have available to step up with us. Because that's how we ensure that we have fairness, affordability, and safety across our city. Are you with me on that? And not to let our private sector folks have all the fun, I want to let you know that one of the best employers in the District of Columbia is hiring, and that's us, your DC government. On March 16th and 17th, we're going to have a virtual hiring fair. Our managers will be empowered to make on-the-spot job offers for the right candidates, and residents can register at dchr.dc.gov. And so now I have the opportunity to introduce Unique Morris Hughes, who is our director of the Department of Employment Services. And for the last 2 years, she has been, and her team have been an integral part of our COVID response. And so you're used to hearing us talk about cases and vaccine, but a huge part of our COVID response was making sure that people could make it to the other side financially. And our team at DOAS never stopped showing up in person, going to their offices, away from their own families, facing their own fears, to make sure that DOES could distribute more than $2 billion in unemployment benefits. So thank you to our DOES team. And they also want me to know that they do more. They want you to know that the other part of the biggest part of their job is making sure that DC residents are matched to great and good paying jobs and fantastic careers. So with that, Unique Morris Hughes.
Thank you so much, Mayor Bowser. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to take a moment and commend Monet on her accomplishments. We're grateful for the contribution she's making to the district. Please give Ms. Monet a round of applause. And not only do I have the privilege of serving Mayor Bowser, one of my sheroes, but it is Women's History Month. We just celebrated International Women's Day. But I also have the privilege of being one of 3 African-American women that hold this role as like the state commissioner of labor. And I'm very grateful, Mayor Bowser, for you trusting me to do this for the District of Columbia. I'm reminded each day how big of a job it is, but most importantly, I'm reminded each day that there are district residents that are ready and willing and wanting to work. The Department of Employment Services team connects DC residents to career opportunities that can change the trajectory of their lives. That is profound. That is our mission. It's what I wake up to every morning and I go to bed every night. Local communities are not just witnessing positive change, but in the case of Monet and so many others that we serve, they are participating in positive change in their communities and new career paths every single day. A couple of years ago, the mayor asked us to think big and bold, and we tried to do that. So when we started talking about an infrastructure academy in the District of Columbia, folks kind of looked at us, took a second look at us. But the mayor knew that it was innovative, it was thought-provoking, and most importantly, it was going to connect DC residents not just to jobs, but to careers. That we had the possibility of building a human capital pipeline. So we won't just impact the District of Columbia, but District of Columbia residents will be competitive in the region for careers. And Mayor Bowser saw that vision. And I'm so proud that President Biden, a few weeks ago, had an opportunity to highlight, Mayor, your work and the work of the staff here at DCIA as a model for other states to invest in their residents to get them back to work and careers and infrastructure. So the city should be proud of the work that it's doing. DCIA provides training opportunities in technology, water, because water is infrastructure, don't let anyone tell you it isn't, and solar. We're serving the community in exciting ways by educating, employing, and we're literally building things from the ground up. All of this is happening right here in the district, and we're all witnessing generational changes in our communities and neighborhoods. As the mayor mentioned, with her leadership, we're investing even more in DCIA with hands-on learning and quick paths to careers in IT, energy, transportation, health, safety, and CPR. We're excited about more career opportunities, and we get to solve brand new problems. DCIA is opening the door for young people and young women in particular to lead in their communities for jobs, education, and development. Now, the mayor mentioned that $12 million was invested in the American Rescue Plan Act. Through the use of the American Rescue Plan Act dollars, DOES will expand training opportunities here at DCIA, as well as apprenticeship opportunities in FY22. We will add 313 apprenticeship participants and 38 government apprenticeships. There are jobs in the District of Columbia, and we need people to fill these opportunities. But that's not it. We will have 110 youth apprenticeships. We've heard from the community, we've heard parents say that they want an additional pathway for their young people, so we are offering 110 brand new youth apprenticeship opportunities and an additional 165 youth training apprenticeship opportunities. Now listen up if you know someone at home, because we are currently and actively recruiting for our next cohort at Washington Gas. To learn more about that information or learn more about that program, you can visit DOES.dc.gov. And last, I want to mention our final grant opportunity that the mayor mentioned. As of today, we have an RFA that is on the street and open for up to $10 million for job readiness training and career supports. What this grant will do, or grants will do, is play a vital role in serving participants through our Division of State Initiatives, which focuses on returning citizens and our residents with barriers, or like we like to say, our residents with the greatest opportunities. I encourage everyone to visit DOES.dc.gov to learn more about these grant opportunities. We will be awarding several grants up to $10 million. And last, I'd like to introduce my partner in crime, the other half of the workforce system, Executive Director of the Workforce Investment Council, Anna Smith.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Mayor Bowser, Director Morris Hughes, Monet, for your remarks. It's an honor to be up here among all of you. And I'm really pleased to represent the Workforce Investment Council, the WIC. Today, I'm joined by some of my members of my team and the WIC board. Thank you for being here and for the work that you do. Our leaders from business, labor, nonprofit, and government. The board, appointed by Mayor Bowser, is charged with ensuring that employers have access to the skilled workforce they need to grow and thrive, and that all residents have access to high-quality education and training, much of what we provide here at the DC Infrastructure Academy, meaningful employment and economic prosperity. We do this by working across more than a dozen district government agencies. I bet you all didn't know that there are 16 government agencies that are supporting and providing training, support, and development to our residents to prepare them for college and career and beyond. Did you know that? Our job is to make sure that all of those programs, all of those resources we as a community invest are aligned, are accessible, are ensuring that they are efficient and leading us to the economy and the community's goals of economic prosperity. We also serve as a link between the public, private, and nonprofit communities to ensure residents and employers know about the benefit from and know of all of the many resources that are available to them. So I want to just give a clap and a shout out for all of the employers who are joining us here today. Like Mayor Bowser said, like Director Morris Hughes said, you all play a critical role, whether it is standing up and investing in your existing staff, working with us to invest in our residents, or providing the jobs that provide career opportunities. You are critical partners in this work. So to support this work and to support all this connection, I'm really pleased to talk a little bit about the Career Coach DC program. With support from Mayor Bowser and the American Rescue Plan Act, I am pleased to announce today that we have awarded a $3.4 million award to KRA Corporation. Gentlemen, if you want to acknowledge, we're joined by the President and CEO of KRA and some of their staff. One of the only nationally focused Black-led workforce development organizations, and also one with a rich, deep history serving DC residents, working in close partnership with the Department of Human Services and others. They, along with our national partner, the John and Mary R. Markle Foundation, through the Rework America Alliance initiative, will help ensure that our Career Coach initiative benefits from KRA's deep DC knowledge and experience and national best practices to make sure that we are delivering career coaching supports and services to residents that are human-centered, that help them connect to assessment, training, education, and meaningful careers. Career Coach DC will provide residents who've not yet completed a bachelor's degree up to $5,000 a year for the next 2 years with free career coaching. Virtual and in-person services will begin later this spring. If you're interested in learning more about this opportunity, I encourage you to reach out to our partners. Gentlemen, you didn't even know what you're signing up for. And also look at our website, dcworks.dc.gov, where we'll post more information about how to get involved and how to get connected. I'm also pleased, I get to just announce all the fun things and grantees today. I'm pleased to announce the grantees for the Employer Partnership Training Grant that Mayor Bowser mentioned. This program seeks to innovate and reimagine how we deliver workforce training, and in particular, how we partner with employers to invest in our local talent. So the WIC has awarded a total of $1.6 million to Atmos Solutions, Basics ABA Therapy, and Midi-T Road. Folks, I know that some of you are here. If you want to raise your hands. These are the first of many grantees. They've signed up to the challenge. They've accepted, Mayor Bowser. And they're ready and will begin soon to deliver workforce programs that'll help DC residents gain skills, experience, credentials, and on-the-job training and job placement in construction, education, and retail and hospitality. If you're interested in learning more, check them out. Check our website out. As Mayor Bowser mentioned, we have a final application deadline, April 15th. If you'd like to know more, come see me or one of our staff. But I know that I'm the last one to stand between us and some tours of this great facility. So with that, I just want to say thank you to all of you for being here and welcome Mayor Bowser back to the podium. Thanks.
Wow, that's a lot. It's a lot of stuff. And I say frequently, and we are very focused on making sure that all DC residents know about the free programs and services, $5,000 a year in coaching. I mean, this is what I think. Everybody needs a coach. But especially if you're trying to build your career and you may be making some career changes, please take advantage of this time. You owe it to yourself. One thing that I think we've all learned in COVID, that taking care of ourselves has to be a priority. And this coaching process just can open your eyes and how you think about your future. So I hope that people will really take advantage of this huge benefit. And you'll also make me look good. I'm going to tell you why. Because I really pitched to my team this model for coaching and said, how can we work this into our system? Because I think people along all the income spectrum, geographic spectrum, work experience spectrum can benefit from this coaching model. And we're going to have high expectations of our coaches too. And I know they're up for it because this is how we can connect people to jobs. Now, I don't know how many job openings we have across the district now. I'm talking about not DC government, but the city. But there are a lot. A lot of people are moving around, and a lot of companies are looking for great staff. So please, DC residents, now is the time to engage with all of these services and look for your next opportunity. So with that, I can take some on-topic press questions. I'll take any community questions, then we'll do our tours. And if there's anything else from members of the press, I'll do it before we take the tour. Anything? Yes.
Good afternoon, Mayor. 500 jobs, obviously a very big number. Can you attribute that to anything? Is that folks who have left the government workforce, or are these jobs that have just now become open? You mentioned the rescue plan, that kind of thing. Well, why is the number so large?
It's all of those things. We created more opportunities with a big infusion of investments and programs from our last budget season. And we also have openings for people who've moved on to different things. And we anticipate having even more opportunities as we go into the summer. Any other questions? Yes, Sam.
It's off topic, Mayor, but I just want. She said.
It'll just be, if you bear with me just a couple more moments, I'll get to your question, Sam. Okay, any community questions? Oh, fantastic. Wow. None community questions? All right. Thank you, everybody.